Hi, I have been doing a documentary on homelessness because I wanted to show that it's not just drugs and alcohol.
Hi, I'm Pat Stebbins, and I'm the Executive Director of Brian's Angels Homeless Outreach in Bristol, Connecticut.
Brian's Angels, where did the name come from? Why is it, how was it formed and why?
Brian's Angels is in memory of my youngest son, Brian, who I lost to suicide in March of '98. Only seemed appropriate that the organization should be named after him, since he would be right here with us working and helping. Brian had a period of homelessness. He had some addiction problems, mental health issues, and he's very much missed in this world.
So you formed Brian's Angels. How did you form it?
It was just such a fluke. There was conversation going on Bristol Talks at the time regarding paying it forward, and there were many people buying coffee for the person behind them at Dunkin' Donuts, which is great. It's actually a great thing when it happens to you. But I saw an awful lot of homeless people downtown when I was walking my dog. And one day, a young lady on the boulevard asked if she could pet my dogs. She had gone homeless and lost 2 dogs in the process. And it was at that point that we started passing out cold. There were a lot of people at that point in time paying it forward to others at Dunkin' Donuts for coffee, and I decided that if somebody is homeless and they don't have income, a bottle of water is a stretch for them, and we were going to start passing out cold water. I had 46 people the next day who volunteered to help, and that's the beginning of Brian's Angels group, was those 46 people.
Wow, 46 people. I'm so sorry for your loss, though.
Thank you. The week that I started Brian's Angels, she wasn't the mayor yet. Ellen Zappo, who was a city council member at the time, recommended that I get involved with Bristol's End Family Homelessness Task Force, and that was the beginning of what we became. I started going to the task force meetings in August, and by October, November, we were trying to plan the first warming center, which originally opened at BCO. BCO had grant money. They opened it, and it operated with a part-time person from December to April. And it closed because the grant money ran out at that point, but we had helped. We helped get volunteers. We helped get food donated. We pretty much helped everything along the way. And we were getting into the summer months at a homeless task force meeting, and people were commiserating a little, oh, we don't have money to open a cooling center, because it was really becoming just too many people for the library to handle everybody as a warming and cooling center. So I thought of it for about 10 seconds, shot up my hand and said, let me try to do it with all volunteers. And I was shot down saying, you'll never be able to do that with all volunteers. And I said, watch me. And here we are almost 3.5 years later, and we're still going. We started at St. Vincent de Paul Shelter in their sunroom, and I was allowed 3 months to do it. And I kept asking for more and more extensions, and it extended to over 3 years.
Wow.
And earlier in 2019, Prospect United Methodist Church approached me that they had space in the basement available, and would we be interested? And we jumped right on it. So we've doubled in space. We're still cramped, but we've doubled in square footage.
Here at the Methodist Church
Yep.
on Summer and Center.
Correct.
Yeah. So since all the clients that you've seen and gone through, is it a myth, or is it true it's only people who have been on drugs and alcohol?
That is a myth.
Are you homeless?
Yes, I am.
How long have you been homeless?
2 years and 2 months.
2 years and 2 months?
Yeah.
How do you get along? What do you do?
I don't.
You don't?
Nope. At one time, over the last, say, 5 weeks, I was pretty much living in a tent on the tracks.
Where do you live? Just somewhere in the parks or anywhere you can?
Wherever I can slow down to.
Do you stay at friends or?
No, I have no friends in this town.
Oh, and you still you just stay outside.
Yes.
Have you tried to sign up for shelter?
I was in the shelter for a whole year.
Oh, nice.
The shelter actually got me an apartment because I started working at Amazon on the 2nd of November last year. The problem with that is I have been a victim of identity theft.
Oh, no.
And they pretty much drained my account for the second time. Then, since my identity's been stolen, it's an ongoing affair. I get calls every day from people trying to either give me a loan or fix my life or blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty much in peril. I pretty much live paycheck to paycheck. When I get paid, whatever I can pay back to the people who I owe, and then the rest of the time I'll try to stay in a motel for up to 3 to 4 days.
3 to 4 days. What do you do in the cold, like today? It's cold and windy.
Keep moving or hang out at McDonald's until they tell me to leave.
Oh, yeah, nighttime though, you can't do that.
I work nights, and then on the other days I might be still in the hotel. Motel rather. So there goes all my money because the price of motels, or even the cheapest one, is still going to be $55 a night. But at least I'm sleeping in a bed.
It's warm.
Yeah.
Well, you made it this long. I praise you and don't envy you.
I can't give up. You know, that's not an option. The system really sucks. There is no social safety net. There's nothing to provide for the people who don't have the ability to try to conduct themselves in a positive manner that I try to. And like Miss Pat was saying earlier, there's a lot of people with a lot of problems happening in their head, and they're self-medicating, or they're on medication and self-medicating. And as you know, there's a worldwide opium epidemic going on right now.
Yes.
In the past maybe 10 days, I had a friend of mine who was also a tent mate, passed away. And I was the person who found him. Yes, and that happened a week ago Monday.
Oh, so soon.
Yes, so there's really not too many things that outreach to the people who really need it. And then I don't see anything wrong with people living in a tent as long as they're not starting fires or doing outrageously crazy things. But the owners of properties don't want you to be there, or the people who are gathering in their little tent cities aren't very tidy. And you end up just walking the streets or moving further and further from the center of town, which I can't possibly, I can't do. I can't live out in the woods. It's just not me, you know. So I'm trying to turn a new wheel, get something started, maybe even take on more gainful employment. But at this time, I'm just trying to live day to day.
Oh, that's got to be really hard. I'm sure there must have been a lot of outreach to, like, coming here to Brian's Angels. Has that helped you greatly?
I met Pat through living in the shelter for the time I was there. So the shelter has you leave at a certain time, and then when I wasn't at the library, which was 75% of the time, I came into Pat's and Brian's Angels, and you know, made the best of the day. You know,
Well, it keeps you warm during the winter and cool during the summer.
Yes, it does.
Is there any other programs that you're involved in that helps you?
I'm at this, I feel kind of jaded because the way the system works. There, this is what I was told. I have no physical disability, I have no mental disability, and I'm what they rated a 0. So I had to have my own plan B after being dismissed from the shelter. Then there was a program that would give you rapid housing, which is they will pay the first month's rent and the security deposit. But if you have any kind of financial falter, you're pretty much on your own. Jobs aren't that easy to come by. When you get my age, it's pretty much hit or miss. I believe the only way to get a job is to have a job. Then you can get hired. But if you have nothing and you have no ability to do the research or get into any job services or anything like that, you're pretty much wandering around looking for what the next day will bring.
Oh, that's awful. Can
Yes.
you say how old you are?
I'm 63.
You're 63.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you look younger.
Thank you.
That's too bad that you can't be helped and you're like in the loopholes between everything, it seems.
Yeah. It sure gives you a great conscious awareness of what can't be done and what you have to try to do on your own mobility. I'm always trying to find a new option, and you know, I'm so tired from working, and my only option is to come here and try to relax till I go in tonight, which there's a gap of like 4.5 hours or 3.5 hours before I go in. Then I work continuously all night, and then I get out tomorrow morning around 5, 6, and then I'm back out here again.
It's pretty cold at 5 or 6 in the morning too.
Yes, it is.
And it's cold now, so
Yeah.
later.
The weathers are changing because of
Interrupt you for a minute, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sitting out here, he's gotta be freezing.
because of my bad luck. I keep getting taken advantage of by these people who are profiting off my name. You know, it happened to me. It seems to happen to me once a month. That I think I'm getting out, and then I get taken advantage of, and then I end up owing banks and have to pay banks back. So then I go 2 or 3 weeks without my full pay or more, just to try to survive. You know, it's really heart-wrenching sometimes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I feel for you. I mean, there's times where you probably can't get into the hotel or you can't get into shelter, and then you're on
Yeah.
your own,
Yeah,
pulling up a tent.
yeah.
Well, I wish I could say I could help you and can give you this and can give you that, but I can't.
Yeah,
And I'm hoping whoever sees this, maybe they can find a way.
thank you.
Thank you very much for the interview.
You're welcome.
Are you homeless?
Yes,
How long have you been homeless?
about a year.
About a year. What happened that caused you to be homeless?
I was living in an apartment on Irving Street, and we found out we had bed bugs,
Uh,
and we moved out right off the bat. We didn't even take our clothes or nothing,
uh,
and we've been outside since.
you've been outside since?
Excuse me?
You've been outside since?
Since, yeah.
Have you tried to find another apartment?
Yeah, but it's hard, very hard.
It's, why is it hard?
Well, no apartments open.
It was what? I'm
In
sorry.
Bristol, there's no apartments at all.
Nothing?
No.
So where do you stay?
In the woods, under the church across the street.
So how do you keep warm?
Wearing a heavy coat.
Wear a heavy coat.
I don't have no blankets or none.
Do you have a tent too?
Excuse me?
Are you in a tent?
No,
Oh, so you're not even warm.
no, not warm at all. The last 3 days I've been under a church down there, across the street down there, and it's cold and miserable in the morning.
Oh,
Real cold.
yeah.
My feet are still frozen from this morning.
Still frozen? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that.
me too.
Yeah. So how has Brian's Angels helped you?
Like community eating and it helps a lot with
Yeah,
food.
keep you warm
Right. They get warm a little bit.
and socialize with them for a little
Yeah.
bit.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that what has happened for you.
It happens, I guess. I'm 71 years old. It's kind of hard to survive at my age, you know.
71, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just living on Social Security?
Yeah. Yeah, barely.
Barely?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, you're on the streets and you're barely? Wow.
Excuse me?
You're living on the streets and you're barely getting by.
Yeah, yeah.
on Social Security.
Oh yeah.
That's difficult. Have you tried the shelter?
Yeah, they say they're full.
They say they're full.
Right.
Oh,
Then I talked to one person the other night and said there's 5 beds open, but they're full.
oh,
I don't know why. I have no idea why.
no.
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's sad, real sad. I got a freeze like this. I'm 71, and I lived all my life. I worked until I was 65 years old.
Wow.
In the last 5 years, I've been homeless. Not homeless, but
Yeah.
damn near.
Living in different places.
Right.
Wow. Well, thank you for telling me your story. Is there anything else you want to add?
Not much. It's just I've been hopping from shelter to shelter, eating, getting warm. They give me clothes. I had no clothes in the last couple of weeks.
No.
No, dirty's a dirty, man.
So it's just what you have on your
Right.
body.
No, I have no other clothes. I lost them all.
Oh, from the bed bug.
Right. I left them all in the fire. I don't want to take nothing.
Oh,
No.
yeah. You don't want to be all over you.
No, I don't want to be on me
Yeah,
here. They're icky.
That's creepy.
Yeah, they're creepy.
It's too bad that no one that you haven't been able to find shelter or.
Oh, I know. I haven't been either. No.
Where do you go to eat for dinner?
I go here for supper, and I go down to, what's the name of that place down there we go? You can't remember it either?
Agape?
Agape, yeah. I go down there in the morning, stay there until 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then I try to shoot up here.
There's another church too on Judge Street.
Excuse me?
There's a church on Judge Street.
Yeah, but I can't go. I got a hard time walking. I can't make that hill.
Can't make the hill.
No, I got a busted hip.
Oh. So this is your last meal on
Yeah,
lunchtime
oh yeah.
for your,
Right.
wow. That's pretty sad.
Yeah,
I hope something can change for you soon.
I hope so. I can't handle this life much longer.
Yeah.
No. Last night I was saying, I hope somebody strikes me dead because I can't handle it no more. No, I'm 71. I seen all there is to life. I don't have to see anymore.
Well, I don't want anything to happen to you, so.
I don't want it to. If it does, it does. I won't take it bad.
Okay.
No.
Well, thank you for interviewing with me.
Okay, thank you.
I hope this will help you and help others too.
I hope so.
Okay. Are you homeless or?
I was homeless for about 8 years.
Here.
I was in and out of tents, friends' houses, family, basements, any place I can live pretty much. And I finally got housed through community services. They set out a team, and they had all of us sign forms and everything to see what housing we'd fit with the best, and I ended up getting Shelter Plus, and I've had that for about 3 years now.
3 years now.
Hmm.
Wow, that's good. So for 8 years you lived on the streets?
Yeah,
In the woods?
pretty much,
Wherever you could?
yeah. In and out of tents, friends' houses. Like once in a while I'd stay with my mom, but that wasn't really healthy. She was drinking. We just didn't get along when she drank, so
any kids?
No, luckily I didn't have any kids. So.
Yeah. How old are you? Well, you don't have to say.
I'm 33.
33? That's a long time to be out homeless.
Yeah.
So now you've been 3 years.
3 years home. I'm finally getting everything together. I've struggled with alcoholism and crack addiction and heroin addiction and mental abuse. I was abused as a child. Been through a lot. I've had a lot of loss in the last few years, and I've actually been doing pretty good, surprisingly enough. Like, I lost my mother, my niece, who was 2 months old, and my brother in 11 months. And my brother actually killed himself in front of me. He jumped off a porch, and I'm still hanging in there doing the best I can. And I know if it wasn't for this housing that I have, that I probably wouldn't be here right now. So,
Give you air hug.
thank you.
This is too hard at any time. You can just change your
That's
mind.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's a lot
Thank
to
you.
go through.
Yeah.
So 3 years. So did they? What else did community service help you with?
Um,
Job or?
They helped me get my ID. I'm currently working on getting my Social Security. The Chrysalis Center is where my housing's out of for the Shelter Plus, and my worker, she's helping me with my SSI now. I'm going to Wheeler for counseling, and I'm doing everything I can to try and get on my feet. It's been a rough 3 years, but I'm finally starting to level out. I was in a really abusive relationship for about 4 years, which kind of stunted me from moving forward and doing better. I probably would be a lot better off right now if it wasn't for that. But, yes, sorry. Other than that, everything's starting to come together.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear.
Yeah, I know, 8 years, it's a long time.
Yeah. So, anything else you want to add? I mean, how did Brian Angels help you?
They've been so supportive, especially Patty, always there emotionally and anything that we need, like food and clothing and all that. They're very supportive here.
Oh, that's good. So they give you bags of food or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get goodie bags and then toiletries, underwears and socks and stuff like that, clothing.
And they feed you, and they're open every day?
Yes, every day, 1 o'clock. Yes.
1 to 5?
Yeah, 1 to 5. They help a lot. I love Patty. She's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good that she has this place.
Yeah,
How do you like this new place?
it's nice. It's a lot bigger than the other place.
Yeah.
It was kind of cramped before.
Yeah.
Yeah. This.
Hi, my name is Mark.
Are you homeless?
Yes, I am.
How long you been homeless?
Probably a little over a month right now.
A month? What happened?
Just bad situations. We stayed with somebody that kind of put us out to the street, I guess.
Put you out to the street. So where you stay?
I currently am staying in a vehicle.
Oh. Oh, that's sad. How do you keep warm?
We keep gas in the vehicle and we run the vehicle and warm it up, and we have a couple sleeping bags and blankets.
You say we, is there someone else?
Yeah, I have a partner with me.
Okay, you don't have to say, because that person's not here to say it's okay. So you're giving permission for me to be, this is going to be on TV.
Yes, I do.
So it's been a month. How is Brian's Angels helped you?
Pat from Brian's Angels has been phenomenal. I've hooked up with her for a few things. I have a flyer that I'm trying to do some community cleanups around here. I consider myself Bristol's friendly neighborhood volunteer. That's what I named myself on the flyer. I do a lot of different things. I just try to beautify Bristol a little bit, and it's kind of weird because About a year and a half ago, I worked at the Zion, so I was kind of like feeding the homeless at the Zion, giving them jackets and doing stuff. And now to be on this side of the page is a little different. Not quite used to it yet, but we're making it the best we can.
Oh, that's too bad. I mean, you helped out and now you're on the other side.
I am a member of Bristol CERT, which is a community emergency response team. I'm also a Chamber of Commerce member. I am a Woke Lion. So everything I pretty much do is to help other people.
Yeah,
I'm all about it. I'm a crazy volunteer and fool.
yeah. Do you work someplace too?
I do not work. I am currently trying to fight disability.
They're saying you're not disabled.
They've denied me a few times. I got bit by a spider in 2007, and the leg is pretty messed up.
Looks quite swollen.
It is. It's a lifetime.
Wow.
They got me on blood thinners lifetime. It's been a fight. So I'm just waiting for the day they want to cut the foot off or the leg, whatever. But I kind of prepared myself for it.
Do you have medical insurance?
I do. I do have Husky. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
I also have SNAP benefits, so that helps a little bit. It kind of puts food. We usually go to Price Chopper and use their microwave or use their hot pot for soups or whatever. Seems to work out pretty well, you know. I mean, we've been getting by because friends of ours are members of Planet Fitness, and we get to go there and take showers, and so it's pretty cool.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, yeah. I'm probably one of the better fortunate that are homeless. Some of them, here in Bristol, I know when we first became homeless, it was incredible to find a place to take a shower.
Wow. So you're a member of Planet Fitness?
No, they, my friends are, and they got us in as guests.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so. I know there's some great programs here in town. Anne Marie Sundren up at Community Health, she was trying to set us up for showers at the Boys Club. And then there's Marianne Farr, she's the homeless outreach coordinator. She's pretty good, you know. She tries to help you get into the shelter or into some kind of housing program. We're on the list, and we just in a line, and waiting in line with hundreds of other people that are in the same line.
So you're on a list to be talked to still?
Well, to try to get some help, either with an apartment or shelter or something.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear.
I look at it, I got a pretty nice outlook on it. And it's like a deck of cards that life hands you. You got to deal with the hand you got dealt is the one hand you got to play with.
Right.
And, you got to make the best of it that you can.
Right.
There's ups and downs, and you got your bad cards and you got your good cards.
Right.
And like I said, I'm pretty hooked up, with all the different little clubs and groups that I'm in. I've been pretty fortunate. There's a lot of other people out there that are probably a lot less fortunate. There's people living in boxes or in tents or,
You have a card as a state.
I do. It's not even my car. A really great friend of mine loaned it to me, actually gave me permission to use it. And, nice and legal. She wrote it all up, and I'm very fortunate for that.
Nice. Very nice.
Yep. Yep. I don't know where I'd be without that.
My name is Lisa Whitney.
What do you do for Brian's Angels? And do you have a title?
I am the chairperson of the board of directors for Brian's Angels. I also volunteer here and involved in fundraising and running our board business.
Ah, so you help Brian's Angels out a lot too.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
How long you been doing this for?
I've been involved with Pat and Brian's Angels from the beginning when she was passing out water down on the boulevard.
Wow.
And we were incorporated in 2017. I was instituted in the board at the beginning of 2019. And, you know, we have embraced a new board of directors with Brian's Angels and, you know, looking to build as we've grown tremendously over the last couple years.
Yeah, she said she was over on Jacob Street with a shelter and now over here on Summer Street underneath the church in the basement.
Yes, we expanded our operations here, and as you can see if you look around, we are already outgrowing this space.
Yeah. What do you think still needs to be done here at Brian's Angels? What's needed?
You know, we service our clients. The population in Bristol of our homeless or near homeless population and those that have needs that are not serviced in other areas.
Oh. I was thinking, like, you know, do they need showers, job service?
Yeah, well,
Is that going to happen here?
some of that will happen here. You know, our global plan is to add showers as well as washers and dryers, so they have the ability to be able to wash their clothes or clean their goods, sleeping bags, blankets, things like that.
Oh, nice.
That they don't have that availability anywhere else in town. And, you know, showers are important. We have different counselors that come in to service our clients are able to meet here. We provide them with an area where they can feel safe, they can get comfort, and they can get caring here.
Yeah, I see a lot of that since I've been volunteering here for a while, and you all have really been helping them out a lot in different programs. What programs are there?
Involved in Brian's Angels is we have outreach first, which is we have somebody that works with us that actually goes out into the woods or into public places to actually find those that are homeless and show them what resources there are. They work with 211. We work to get them into that system if they're able to get into a shelter. We're connected through all the different homeless outreach, different organizations within the state.
Oh, you're doing a great, excellent job. And it takes a village to.
It does take a village.
Can you add anything else that I may not have asked you already?
I would just say, you know, Brian's Angels is operated fully by volunteers and by donations. You know, we apply for grants for specific types of things like being able to provide tents, sleeping bags, blankets, warm clothing, boots, things that are not really available in some of the other organizations. And, you know, we just look to provide that service to our clients and fill a void within the market and be able to be a connection for them into resources.
And I really appreciate all the help everybody's been doing, Pat. It'd be nice if we had more people to help out, you know, the homeless, because we really need it and stuff. So, you know, even if we had some place to go, if the state would step in and help us more better with places to be at during the winter. You know, like out of the weather and stuff. Then like even like the old buildings, you know, that are big, and like the old shops and stuff here in town and stuff, but the city of Bristol would help us out, you know, during the winter, let us move into those during the winter, at least they would know where we were. You know, in case something broke out, you know, a fight or an argument or something, we'd have a place that, you know, that you know, the cops would know where to go right away so that they would know where we were. Instead of, you know, getting mad at us because we're up on the tracks and stuff and all over. You know, where are we going to go? We got no place else to go. You know? But it would be kind of nice. You know, I mean, yeah, Pat and everybody tries to help us out the best they can with feeding us and, you know, giving us clothes and stuff, but from donations, but we really appreciate if you guys would, you know, get together and make an arrangement, come to the shelters and, you know, the government and the city of Bristol, you know, the mayor and stuff would come and talk to us and ask us questions, how could we help you, to benefit you, you know, even if we had to get, you know, even if they did that for us with the shops and the old buildings, and just had us do a lot of community service. I mean, I'm sure none of us would mind, you know, just to help out around town, do this, do that, you know, just to help out so that, you know, they see that we're not troublemakers. We appreciate what they do for us. It would be nice. We wouldn't mind it, you know. Like I always say, one hand helps the other, you know, and vice versa, you know. You're nice to us, we try to work with you, you know. And that's the way I was raised up, you know. Don't always go out and help people.
Are you homeless right now?
Yeah, I'm living in a tent.
Living in a tent?
Yeah.
In the woods?
Yeah.
In the parks?
It's just in the woods. Right now, I'm just got no place to go. You know, if it wasn't for Pat giving me a two-person tent, I was sleeping out on the ground.
That's Brian's Angels?
Yeah. And I was just out here, you know, I was literally sleeping on the ground. It's just with no blankets, no nothing. You know? And, you know, and it's raining out and stuff, and I'm getting soaking wet. So, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
You know?
How long you been homeless?
For like a couple of years, you know. 2-3 years I've been, you know, with nothing, so, you know, and then somebody stole my stuff, so I had nothing to work with.
Oh, they
You know?
stole your tent?
Oh yeah, they stole my tent, my blankets, everything I had.
Oh,
So I had nothing. So I just said, yeah, whatever, you know.
yeah,
But what am I gonna do, you know?
right.
And then I know winter's coming, so, you know, I mean, everybody wants me to get into the shelter, and I don't like being in the shelter because it's, you know, I'd rather have somebody else have the bed that really needs it, you know, that's
Well-
older than me, and, you know, they can't get around, and, you know, during the 60s, 70s, I'd rather see them in there than me. You know, I can survive the cold weather more than what they can.
How old are you?
I'm 48, I'm going to be 49 this coming month,
Oh,
November 6th.
you don't think that's old enough to be in the shelter?
No,
It's cold out there.
not me.
Not for you?
No, I need to bundle up. I bundle up a little extra, that's all.
Do you stay at anybody's house?
I can, you know, I got friends that, you know, my uncle Danny lives down here in Bristol, you know, but, you know, I don't really like staying at no one's house because I feel like I'm, you know, like I'm using somebody for a place to be at, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know, you don't feel comfortable, you know? Because you don't want them to get mad at you and this and that because you do something and, you know, they don't want they didn't want it, something done and you did it anyways, try to be nice and then they throw it in the face, so
Yeah.
I don't even bother, you know. I try not to bother nobody, you know. I try to help out everybody. I even try to, when I get my Social Security check, I go out and I help out the homeless. I buy them stuff that they need, like a coat, pants, shirts, shoes.
To send them
whatever.
here to Brian's Angels, to Pat, to get a coat.
Yeah, I mean that's why I've been getting most of my stuff this year is from you know Pat. So you know I've been just
That's good.
and like at the Agape house I've been going there in the morning and like you know I'll get this, I'll get that, you know. So it ain't too bad, you know. But like Pat's got, you know, the bracelet. It says Brian's Angels on it, which is a nice idea because like all of us agree, is in case something happens to you and the cops see you, they know, oh, well, let's just go to Brian's Angels. They got his name right there. They can ID you. You know,
Right.
you're not a lost soul that they have no contact.
Good idea.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
they come here to say, oh, you know this person, so and so.
Yep.
You know, and they'll take a picture of you. You know, and then they'll show Pat or somebody who works here, and they'll say, oh yeah, that's you know, Pat knows everybody by her. You know.
Yeah.
So it helps out, you know, here in town. It helps out the cops and, you know, everything.
Yep.
I think all the shelters should have a bracelet. You know, or say, even, you know, like a name tag or something that, you know, like a little pin they could put on you, you know, so that in case something happens, you know, it helps out the officers and the city of Bristol to locate you a lot easier and quicker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it would be, I think it would make more sense. But I mean, even if we had it, you know, even if they would work with us to get a, you know, an old building, because really the shelter is so small here in town.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to shelter, they push you from here to a different shelter. A lot of us don't want to go to the other shelters. We'd rather be here in town. You know, but now you got to travel on the bus. So how are you supposed to travel on the bus to get back and forth if you got no money as it is?
I see.
You know. But if you're in here in town, and you know you got family in this town, and something happens, you at least you're still, you know, in the area. You're not out of town, and you know you don't have to get, you know, you don't have to say, well, geez, you know, your family's looking for you for something, and you're like, well, geez, I'm over here. I'm not in here. You know, because your family knows exactly where you are. They'll be looking in town here, but you're in a different town, totally. You know. Then when they find out, it's like, well, shit, I tried to get a hold of you like 2-3 months ago. Where the hell were you all this time?
Yeah. Are you homeless right now?
Yes, I am.
How long you been homeless?
For 3 weeks now, 4 weeks.
3 weeks? 4 weeks? Where are you staying?
I'm staying at the gazebo on Federal Hill.
On Federal Hill?
Yes.
Do they kick you out
Sometimes.
sometimes? Do they go looking for you?
No. No.
Oh.
No.
They just happen to be around.
Yeah.
Oh. That's too bad.
Yeah, I know.
What are you gonna do when the wintertime comes?
I got a friend I stay with on East Road. I go there and spend the night with them.
Oh, that's good.
I've been staying there a couple of days ago too. A couple of days now. I've been staying over there because it's been too cold.
Yeah. Are you on any program?
No.
Did you talk to anybody so you can get on any program?
I talked to the, what's her name? Something to see. What's her name? Something to see. She got blue hair.
But you talked to a social worker?
Yeah, social worker.
Oh, so they're working on trying to get you something?
Yeah, give me like a shelter of my own place.
In your own place? In a job?
Yeah, I got a job, but it's crazy.
It's crazy?
It's crazy hours, but I work every Saturday and I don't like it.
No.
But I need a full-time job.
So you're looking?
Yeah.
You got a resume?
I know I do one, but I don't got one right now.
That's something they can work on to help you out too.
Yeah.
That's too bad that you're homeless. No one else will take you in, huh?
No, my dad won't take me no more because he thinks I'm doing drugs, but I'm not. And right now, I feel like my family hates me now, and I don't like it. You know. But I think I got friends that cares about me.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
How is Brian's Angels helping you out?
I love it.
Yeah,
I love Pat. She's a good person.
she is.
She's like a second mom to me.
She is?
I love her.
How they help you out?
Food, like clothes. If we need like a jacket, she will give it to you. And like if it's too cold, we got if you're tired, we got couches to sleep on, TV, bathrooms.
Nice.
You know.
Yep. And other friends to talk to.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends now.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to say? What it's like being homeless?
No.
This
Don't do it again. Don't be homeless.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
I hope you can
Yeah.
get to your own
I will.
place.
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Are you homeless?
Yes. Well, I just got into the shelter, but yes, I
How long were you homeless?
Oh God. Off and on, because we did have an apartment for a while, but somebody brought bed bugs in, pretty much chased me out of there. It's been quite a while, off and on. I have no income, so I'll say about maybe 6 years off and on.
So now you're in the shelter?
Yes, just got in there.
Are they helping you try to find an apartment?
I haven't had an interview yet, so I'm going to speak
You're going
up.
to?
There's a few apartments I've already looked at, so being in the shelter, I don't have any kind of income, which I am working on now, because I have a lawyer, but for the past 2 years I haven't heard anything from her, so I think I'm just going to go to New Brighton with my paperwork and settle it myself.
Right. I'm glad that you're in the shelter now.
Oh, God, so am I.
Yeah.
I really am. You don't sleep outside in this weather when it gets cold. And no blanket, because somebody else had grabbed it, or something's always going on. So, yeah, I'm happy I'm in there.
What happened that made you homeless?
The bed bugs this time, yeah. And,
This time,
and
yeah.
I don't have an income. I mean, I did raise my kids, you know. They all did fine. I thought this would be my time of life.
Yeah. How many kids do you have?
I have 3. I have a daughter and 2 boys.
Oh, they're all older now?
Oh yeah, they're grown up. They're having their own babies now.
Does any of them try to take you in?
No, my oldest son is in Missouri. I'm sure he would,
Yeah.
but I don't want to do that.
No.
I am old enough for me to be on my own. It's just now it's a matter of something else to do. So I'm gonna get this going with my fiance or my husband. We've been together forever. So yeah, we're gonna be getting a place within the next couple of months.
Oh, that's good. If there's any question that you don't want me to ask, you don't have to answer
Okay,
if
thanks.
it's too out of line. How's your health?
My health? Well, I broke my hip. I was staying in an apartment. We were paying rent. And I fell down and I couldn't have just sprained it or anything like that. I had to break it. Yeah. So they put titanium out and I have like 3 spots on the side of my leg here. And it's happened maybe about 2 months. So I think I'm doing pretty good because I can at least with my, well today I'm walking without it a lot. I mean, I did walk here with it, but it becomes to get a pain in the butt. It's wider than I am. It seems like I'm always in somebody's way, but it'll pass.
Yeah. So I'm glad you're in the shelter now.
Oh God.
You got insurance? Medical
Yes, I have
insurance?
insurance.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes. I've always had insurance. And,
Well, thank you for tell me your story. If there's anything you want to add, go, you know,
Not really.
how you survive out there. You come to Brian's Angels,
I come to all the kitchens, yeah.
all the kitchens.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's hard for me to make it up here. I was on this end of town, so I said, well, let me stop and get some food. I know everybody here.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk and having a good time here.
Yeah.
And when I go back to the shelter, I'll just go down the hill, across the street.
Yeah,
There I'll be.
there you be. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you very much,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks.
Cameron Crowell.
What do you do for a living?
I run a small social media marketing business and it's a community volunteer.
You
Should I
trying
say
out
that?
for being a representative?
I am running currently for city council.
You volunteer at Brian's Angels?
I do. I do about 2 to 3 shifts a week. I just fill in whenever there's a need.
What's it like working, volunteering?
It varies. Sometimes it's hectic. Sometimes it's a lot noisier than it is other days. But I think every day when I leave here, I have some kind of sense of accomplishment.
Why do you volunteer?
So, volunteerism was instilled in me from a long time ago. I feel like it's important for everyone to have a share in contributing to society at large in any type of way. Everyone can contribute something, and I feel like it's important for me to do whatever I can to help others around me. Volunteering at Brian's Angels sometimes can be easier some days than it is others, but I always leave here with a great sense of accomplishment. I feel like what I'm doing, even though it may not be big, is helping some people or relieving the day-to-day stress of others, and I'm grateful for it, and I appreciate being here.
How many have you seen go through here every day?
That varies depending on the month, but I have seen days when there's 10 people in here. I've seen days when we almost have 50 people or clients.
Just per day?
Correct, per day.
Oh.
Per day.